Okay, this is the new slipcase edition of A Game of Thrones. It was released on the 16th of December 2016, and I thought I'd give you the opportunity to have a look at it before you make any sort of purchasing decisions or anything like that. I've found that if you go into a bookshop and you try and look at special editions like these, they're often still in shrink wrapping. And of course, if you order something online, you don't really get the chance to inspect the wares. So let's have a look at the slipcase first. You can see that there's this antler motif gilded around the cover there. That's repeated on the other side. It's exactly the same on the other side of the slipcase. And obviously that would be a reference to House Baratheon. There's this nice sort of embossed design, just a nice geometric design that's put in there, and it's repeated at the let me just angle that right. It's repeated at the bottom of the slipcase, and on the back there you can see the number 1 and the same pattern again. The book slips out of it quite nicely. I've had some bad experiences with books and slipcases in the past where the slipcase is just really, really tight and you couldn't remove the book from there. But in this case, it comes out very nicely. So it's red Morocco leather. You can tell sort of the leather. You can't really make it out here, but if you look closely at a book cover, and if you want to tell the difference between faux leather and real leather has capillaries in it, so those little lines that you look through. If you've got a piece of leather where I'm sure you know what leather looks like anyway, but so many books come out these days with like faux leather or bonded leather that it can be a case of buyer beware. If you look at the spine again, there is the antler motif there again, the number 1 digit, and obviously I expect you can read this for yourselves. So yeah, just some nice embossed design here, a bit more gilding down the spine here. And on the cover, which I really like here, it's absolutely lovely. You have a map of the north, and it's not just gilded in there. There's embossing along the shoreline here, which is quite tactile, and I quite like sort of rubbing my hand on the book here. You've got gilded edges, so you can be a bit ostentatious in your reading, I guess. And yeah, so we'll just open it up. And in the end papers, there's this nice image here of the direwolves being found. And at the back here we've got Dany and the birth of her dragons. It's quite nice imagery there. The only other images inside the book are the maps, which you'd be familiar with from other editions of the book. It's got quite a nice font, a good readable font to it. My only sort of complaint with it is the paper seems a little bit thin. I mean, you can sort of see the text through the back of the paper there, but there's 800 pages in here, and I guess they had sort of compromise on how fat they wanted to make the book. There's a ribbon as well if you want to keep track of your reading, which I'm sure we all do. And the book is stitched together rather than glued, which is a nice touch. Overall, I think it is quite a beautiful book that fans should appreciate. And yeah, that's pretty much it.